What up, YouTube? We back at it again. We are looking at some Mack. Um, this dropped, I'm assuming recently, just popped up in my feed. So when Mack shows up, Zach shows up. Do me a favor, if you're new here, if you're not new here, run over to Mack's page. Please go like and subscribe. If you like what I do, please like, comment down below, subscribe. We're looking at, all right. The best way to get me is always going to be Patreon. The link's not up there because it likes to disappear. I feel like, well, this is software. YouTube has no control of it, but I feel like YouTube somehow infiltrates my software and gets rid of links elsewhere. It's like, nah, fuck that, homie. You're not going to Patreon. Go to Patreon if you want to support. You don't have to, although that's where most of my requests come from. Harry Mack, Nikola Tesla. That's clever. This is just an audio video. We don't have anything but audio. He's just putting out writtens. He's testing new lanes, and he's crushing the game, man. Good for Mack. Go support Mack. Like I said, go like and subscribe. And of course, we'd love to have you here. That is a what do you call it? A Tesla coil. That's kind of clever, actually. It almost looks like a record player built into a Tesla coil. If you're not familiar, people build these damn things in like their garages now. It's pretty dangerous, but looks pretty damn cool. Just creates an enormous amount of electricity in a like lightning. Literally, you can make lightning in your house now. But we got Mack, who's lightning with his verses lately. Let's go.
Nikola Tesla, the flow's inventive. No physical evidence, no forensics. Left behind when the wreck.
The flow's inventive. Flow. We're talking back to the electricity bar. So Nikola Tesla, the flow's inventive. So we're making comparisons between Mack and his.
Nikola Tesla, the flow's inventive. No physical evidence, no forensics. Left behind when the wreck your mind with expensive rhymes. So we so pretentious. Yeah, but no golden necklace. Who's the
with
most
expensive rhymes? No golden necklace. Who's the most good at it? I like that. Basically saying I'm not pretentious. I don't need the fucking the glamour shit. But this flow's gonna cost you some money.
when the wreck your mind with expensive
Got them gold bars.
rhymes. So we so pretentious. Yeah, but no golden necklace. Who's the most golded? Ain't no consensus. When they talk about me, they say bro's relentless. For sure they meant it. For sure they meant it. Like
Who's the most goaded? No. What do you say? No consensus. There ain't no consensus, right? All right. So it's
There ain't no consensus. When they talk about me, they say bro's relentless. For sure they meant it. For sure they meant it. Lock the doors and close the fences. Regardless, all my foes defenseless against this. Leave them frozen senseless. Reap what you sow, so my growth is endless. Killing every rapper in your local census. Me and my team.
local census, right? That's just your collection of individuals and whatnot. But that's going back to the no consensus, right?
They're my co-defendants. When they talk about me, they say bro's relentless.
Me and my co-defendants. So we're relating it to like his people, like, you know, if he was on trial, it's kind of like your defendants and whatnot. But he was saying defendants, and that goes back to the security bars with, you know, close the door and lock your fences, right?
For sure they meant it, for sure they meant it. Rappers, I need an improvement. Ain't hard to see that they losing. I really bleed for this music. Right now the speakers are oozing.
Like little ad libs. Facts.
I'm who the people are choosing. Don't let the media feed you illusions. They got you steeped in confusion. I bring the heat when abusing these beats.
Bring the heat. Steeped in confusion. What do you do with tea? You heat it up. You steep it, right?
I'm leaving the
Is that right? You steep? Steep? What's the word?
deepest contusions. Why are you sleeping and snoozing? Ain't you heard Nas on Nomadic? He told you that death was the cousin. You might be
New York State of Mind. Shout out Nas.
the next one the motherfucking Reaper is choosing. Speaking of Reaper, I bet you that he found it cheeky and deeply amusing. When I couldn't seem to refuse.
I like when he just, it's funny to hear Americans use the word cheeky.
Speaking of Reaper, I bet you that he found it cheeky and deeply amusing. When I couldn't seem to refuse smoking reefer and eagerly seeping the boozing, sneaky abusing. They call me an alien when I'm.
See, he's calling back to other songs too, because he throws a few things in each song, right? It's gonna his struggles with you know, his vices and sort of getting past that, right? Pot smoking, boozing, he just threw it all in one verse, right? And he's gonna continuously remind you that he's the GOAT and he's also an alien. I think he was trying to hide that fact from us for a while with a lot of his like earlier bars that he did, like guerrilla bars. I'm not like bars in this song, like in general. Um, but then like it became like common knowledge that he's not from here, right? So he's just admitting to it, you know.
Freestyling, but now that I'm leaking my secrets on beats to diffuse them out to the people who peep when I'm
Now that I'm leaking my secrets, I told y'all.
yeah, alien when I'm freestyling, but now that I'm leaking my secrets on beats to diffuse them out to the people who peep when I'm speaking the truth, man, I guess I be seeming more human. 10 million volts when I'm freaking these beats, so you could easily confuse them with
all right, 10 million volts, right? So when you're talking about like the Tesla coil, so 10 million volts is it's doable. They were toying around with, it's like 12, 13 years ago. They were attempting, I think, to get I watch these dumbass shows on just science stuff. And I've seen people build these things, and I've seen these things built where like just depending on how much you're sort of putting into it. I mean, you can, yeah. So I think you could get to 10, 12 million volts, or at least like a decade ago. So I'm sure they have. I don't keep up with the producing electricity and lightning shit realm. I don't have time for that, but that's what he's talking about, 10 million volts. So he's referring back to that Tesla coil.
guess I be seeming more human. 10 million volts when I'm freaking these beats, so you could easily confuse them with Nikola Tesla. The flow's inventive, no physical evidence.
I love how he just switched to the double time right there, right? So his flow changes on this are cool, and I haven't even commented on his rhyme schemes. He's doing a lot of multis. If you run that back.
No forensics left behind when I wreck your mind with expensive rhymes. So we so pretentious, yeah, but no golden necklace. Who's the most goated? Ain't no consensus. When they talk about me, they say bro's relentless. For sure they meant it. For sure they meant it. Locked the
Consensus disagreement, by the way.
doors and close the fences. Regardless, all my foes defenseless against this. Leave them frozen senseless. Reap what you sow, so my growth is endless. Killing every rapper in your local census. Me and my team, they're my co-defendants. When they talk about me, they say bro's relentless. For sure they meant it. For sure they meant it. You should probably chill, homie. Why you mad? LL Cool J, cause I am bad.
Shout out LL. I'm
And
bad.
I'm hard as hell, homie, ironclad. Plenty chemicals up in the science lab. Learning that you better, you denying facts. Get up on my session with your lying ass. Stepping in correct, you could be dying fast. Sumo with the cannonball, giant splash.
Sumo with the cannonball, giant splash. I want to see a sumo wrestler do a cannonball.
Session with your lying ass. Stepping in correct, you could be dying fast. Sumo with the cannonball, giant splash. Top Gun Maverick, I'm flying past.
Top Gun Maverick, I'm flying past. I like what he's doing here, just playing with this rhyme scheme, especially. You've seen Top Gun, so Tom Cruise, he does these. He basically, what does he call it? Buzz in the tower, or some shit like that, where he just flies by and dude spills his coffee on himself. It's kind of his move, just to just being a show off. I don't think he'd get away with that shit in real life. Where were they at? The Air Force Base? Is it Miramar, San Diego, somewhere, right? I forget. Anyways.
Incorrect, you could be dying fast. Sumo with the cannonball, giant splash. Top Gun Maverick, I'm flying past. All you little wag dudes, why you gas? Hold up with unleaded, but your tires slash. I ain't gotta lease it, I could buy in cash.
Hold on.
All you little wag dudes, why you gas? Hold up with unleaded, but your tires slash.
Why you gassed? So we got a double on gas, but full up with unleaded, but your tires slashed. So if you basically you're filling up on leaded, so you got no lead, and you got no, there's a double in there too. So you're coming with shots that are with no lead to your shots, but your tires slash, you ain't going nowhere.
I ain't gotta lease it, I could buy in cash.
I ain't gotta lease it by cash, but
I don't waste money on the kind of trash. Depreciate as soon as you be driving that. Off the line of a car on a shiny flash.
They say that your car depreciates like the minute you drive it off. It's true, because then it's technically used once you buy it, right?
Waste money on the kind of trash. Depreciate as soon as you be driving that. Off the line of a car on a shiny flash. I don't need it cause I got the touch Midas tag.
The touch Midas has, not just your local auto mechanic, King Midas. We're talking about Greek mythology, so everything he touched turned to gold, right? And this references way back in the beginning of the song, talking about his gold chains that he doesn't need and shit like that. He's saying he has like the gold touch with the King Midas touch with his writtens, right? That's kind of what he's saying.
As soon as you be driving that. Off the line of a car on a shiny flash. I don't need it cause I got the touch Midas tag. You ain't read it, tell me why the fuck you signing that. Thought you owned it all just because you write your raps.
All right, now we're taking industry shots. So why you didn't read your contract? Why are you signing that? Because they put a bunch of money in front of you, right? So, anyways, hold
Because
on
I
a
got
second.
the touch, Midas tag. You ain't read it, tell me why the fuck you signing that. Thought you owned it all just because you write your raps.
Right, you thought you owned it because you write your raps. And that's, I mean, that's only true some of the time. You write your raps initially, and then you got ghostwriters and you got people above you kind of saying what to write about. And I mean, you may still write them or have say in them, but it's not fully authentically yours, right?
A label ticket stack, they divided in that. And they own your masters, they got a line for that. Worked hard for your talent, had to grind.
Yeah, on your masters, they got a line for that. It's another reference, but basically, like, yeah, and then they talk about splitting your stacks, so it's just your money being divvied up to. Again, he's just reinforcing kind of what I was saying about what he says in other songs about, you know, how important it was to him to stay independent.
For that, now you wish you couldn't do it, then rewind it back. And it's shocking, electrifying Zad. 10 million volts every time I lightning crack. I'm like Nikola Tesla, the flow's inventive. No physical evidence, no forensics. Left behind when I wreck your mind with expensive rhymes. So be so pretentious, yeah, but no golden necklace. Who's the most golded? Ain't no consensus. When they talk about me, they say bro's relentless. For sure they meant it, for sure they meant it. Lock the doors and close the fences. Regardless, all my foes defenseless against this. Leaving frozen senseless. Reap what you sow, so my growth is endless. Killing every rapper in your local census. Me and my team, they're my co-defendants. When they talk about me, they say bro's relentless. For sure they meant it, for sure they meant it.
That's sick. So Max trying different lanes and like within a lane. He's obviously he's sticking on this written path right now, but he's playing with different, like, way different styles of beats and sort of just like his style of rapping is changing song by song. So I don't think he's trying to like find a certain place. I think he's just showing off. Because this is, I mean, the last few songs that I heard that were written to his, very different beat selection. Like there was one in here that had like I think one of the last ones, it was like kind of like an R&B type beat and then what he was doing in the background with sort of supporting vocals and whatnot. And then you had a very West Coast sort of very slow beat before that. I think there was the song about coffee. If you guys haven't, run over to his new releases page, because there's a bunch of stuff on there that a lot of people haven't seen. But and this is very different too. He's just showing off. He's just doing that alien shit. But yeah, not super laced up with like very deep, you know, sort of tough to find bars. Again, he's speaking to a lot of the same stuff he's been speaking on lately. A lot of multis in there though. If you run that back, there's a lot, and I probably could have. I don't want to stop it too much. I stop too much anyways with his stuff, just to make sure I'm hearing what he's saying. It's more for me than it is for you guys. Anyways, go support Mac. Go like and subscribe. That's Nikola Tesla. And go make sure you're supporting. Like if you like, please comment down below. Subscribe. We'll catch you on the next.